tibia, method of fixation. Method of fixation.
Interlock.
You have to put a nail.
आगे जाओ, आगे जाओ।
Fix the fracture.
मेरे को देना।
What else they can ask you is the proximal tibia, what is the mode of fixation, how to fix it. There will be nails, there will be a nail with proximal screws. So can you put the screws with the proximal tibia? You cannot. The proximal tibial plates that are available, like the one, the L-shaped that we had shown you. If it's a distal tibia, what you can do? You can again fix it with a buttress plate. Low profile buttress plates are available. Low profile means the plates are thinner. As the skin is very sort of stuck to the bone and the area is precarious to skin sloughing and necrosis, you have to use a plate which is thin. You should not occupy a lot of space, otherwise switching is a problem in fixing the problem. So a low profile buttress plate can be used for the lower third. Everything can be fixed by either. Okay. Any fracture anywhere. What is this?
Fracture neck of
Fracture?
neck of you.
What neck?
Surgical.
Huh?
Surgical.
Surgical neck of uterus. What is the implant of choice, fixation, whatever? What the patient can clinically present you if the patient has this? What should you suspect?
Deltoid nerve.
Which nerve is
Axillary nerve. Deltoid muscle
What
parts.
will you check for it?
Abduction.
Abduction. Patient is having pain. Patient may not go to abduction as such also.
Flattening of the deltoid.
What you can check?
Flattening of the
Abduction means that is motor. What is sensory? Of axillary nerve?
lateral cutaneous nerve of the arm.
Hypoesthesia on the deltoid, insertion on the at the location of insertion of deltoid, also called as the regimental badge sign. Regimental badge is a badge the army will use to apply it over here. So that is the regimental badge sign. Method of fixation is the proximal plating. You can do proximal femur humerus locking plates I will do. Locking plates I have not told you. What are locking plates? What are locking plates? Nobody knows. When you put the screws don't lock in the plate. If they lock in the plate in the sense the screw heads have got separate threads which lock it in the plate itself. So those are locking plates. The advantage of locking plates are they are more rigid, less of toggling of the screws, less chances of fracture or implant failure. What are the disadvantages? It can be used in osteoporotic bones. What are the disadvantages? If the implant has to fail, it will fail as a whole because all the screws will be locked in the plate itself. So if one screw becomes loose, the whole implant can back off. What are the other disadvantages of a locking plate? You don't get a cortex feel when you drill the hole or you screw the, you sort of put the screw in the plate. So the feel is not there. So that is a disadvantage. And the other thing is that it is very rigid. So many a times it will prevent micro motion at the fracture site. As a lot of rigidity is also an impedance for fracture healing, it can result in a non-union. Just remember locking plates, it locks the screw in the plate. Toggling is less, stability is more. Used in osteoporotic fractures. All that. What is this? Very small.
Non-union.
Radius
ulna with a elastoplasty.
Fixation of choice. You should always say I would like to do an open reduction internal fixation with whatever is the implant. Okay. So always start with I would like to fix. This is the fracture of the mid shaft, both bone fracture of the forearm. That is the radius and ulna. I would like to fix the same with a 3.5 dynamic compression plate, 3.5 DCP. Dynamic compression plate, and I would like to know open reduction internal fixation and fix it. Always mention an ORIF thing whenever you are talking about plating. These plates are always open, reduced and fixed. Nails can be close reduced. What is this?
Tension
band wiring of the patella.
This is the patella fracture. This is the pre-op is this. So it is a two-part fracture. Seems to be one, but the third part seems to be there. Two-part fracture of patellar transverse fracture. You can see it in the AP view and the lateral view. Fixed by the tension band wire principle, that is 2 K wires and TBW. Open reduction internal fixation by 2 KYs and 1 TBW. Then TBW का principal can be asked. मेरे में आया. What is this?
No, sir.
External fixation. External fixation.
External fixator. It is not a release arrow. It is an external fixator with a sort of a ring that is there proximally. So you might get confused. It is a half ring we have to apply sometimes when we are spanning the whole tibia. So it is an external fixator used to fix fracture, which is a comminuted tibia fracture. The whole shaft has become comminuted. So we are just holding, and it must be compound. If it has to be of so much combination, it has to be compound. The skin has to avulse. So if the skin is avulsed, they put an external fixator. They might think of internal fixation later on. So external fixator are only temporary devices which we use as a damage control orthopedics. Just remember, I don't damage control orthopedics. We want to just buy the time till the skin heals. Once the skin heals, we can put an internal fixation somehow. We can nail it or something of that sort. If it's a compound fracture, Clustaloclasimine क्या रहता है?
So for open
Only one person has read here. Maheshwari also. What is this?
fractures,
ना तो आया तो question में गया. But for open fractures, okay. That is okay. Open fractures. Classification you know.
Yes, sir. The 4 gradings of open
Four
fracture.
gradings exam. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. That's it. Just know that classification. So even for compound grade 3 tibia fracture or nailing can be done. It is said nowadays. 3B is what? Periosteum, intact, not intact. Just read that Gustello classification. Okay. Gustello classification for compound fracture. Just read that.
so Ilizaros. So full ring with Ilizaros.
What if there would be a fracture over here also? What is the floating knee? Floating knee. A knee which is floating.
अरे वो ACL PCL पे है क्या?
There is a fracture in the distal femur. There is a fracture in the proximal tibia. This part becomes floating. That is a floating knee. Okay, this is a supracondylar femur fracture. I don't know whether they have distracted it after doing an osteotomy or it was like this with bone loss. Whatever it is, they have put an external fixator, which is a ring or a pin. Ring fixator or pin fixator?
Ring.
You can see the ring. So it is a ring fixator. They have spanned the knee. It can either be a knee spanning or not a knee spanning. Knee spanning means you sort of cross the knee while you're putting it, you put the frame up and you put the frame down. It has to be put because you cannot end it over here and just put it up because this will not remain stable. It is a very small fragment. So you have to take the fixator out. So it is a knee spanning external, or you can say this is a fracture of the supracondylar femur fixed with an external fixator. That is a ring fixator.
Through this.
What is this?
DHS. नहीं DHS.
Neck है.
ये
क्या
फ्रैक्चर में
anatomy के लिए क्या रहता है? नेक क्या रहता है? आईटी क्या रहता है? सबट्रोक क्या रहता है? सबट्रोकेंट्रिक. शाफ्ट रहता है, सबट्रोक रहता है, आईटी रहता है और नेक रहता है. तो जहाँ भी फ्रैक्चर लिखता है उसका एनाटॉमिकल पार्ट बोलने का. This is the fracture of whatever part of femur.
Subtrocantric.
Shaft. There are various ways to fix any fracture. So when you see such a fracture, what is it?
Subtrocantric.
Subtrocantric fracture of femur fixed with the what? What is this?
Nailing
It's
with
an interlock nail. So interlock nail for a shaft femur, the proximal screws will be transverse. This is for subtrocantric. The proximal screws are going in. So also called as a proximal femoral nail. If the screws go in the neck, it is called as a proximal femoral nail. Just remember that. Okay? It can be long or short, whatever, but a proximal femoral nail is a nail where the screws are going directly in the neck. This is a subtrocantric. If the fracture would have been here, then the implant of choice would have been. When you talk about interlocks, don't say it is open reduction internal fixation. Say it is a closed reduction internal fixation. Usually it is, unless and until he must have opened it and then put a nail. So closed reduction internal fixation with a proximal femoral nail. If the fracture would have been here, then
trochanteric.
the implant of choice. Implant of choice for intertrochanteric.
Size traction.
DHS. What is DHS?
Dynamic hip screw.
Why is this called as dynamic?
So because it can so slide
So
into
you'll get a plate, there'll be a screw in it, and you'll be
Able to slide.
So So it will be a screw which will be sliding in the barrel of the plate. Are you getting me? There will be a plate, side plate with a barrel which will be at an angle, and then there will be a very thick screw in it. That is a lag screw, but it is a very big lag screw. So it is called as dynamic because the lag screw or the big screw that is there slides in the barrel. It is not sliding. So just hold the implant. Just hold the implant and see whether it is sliding in it or no. If it is sliding, it is a dynamic hip screw. Static will not be given because it was used previously. What is the advantage of dynamic hip screw? Why it is called as dynamic and what is the advantage?
The SW displacements do not take place in that. Because
Dynamic will cause compression at the fracture side. It will cause collapse at the fracture side. Both these things will help in fracture healing. And thirdly, it will prevent the implant from getting cut out from this thing. Previously, fixed implants used to be used. So when the fracture used to collapse, the implant used to go in the hip and in the acetabulum. So that it used to break through in the acetabulum. So as it is sliding, so it will slide and it will collapse, but it will not break through. So advantage, it will not break through. Second is it will collapse, it will compress, which will help in fracture healing. What is the disadvantage of a dynamic hip screw? Dynamic hip screw can be kept in the exam. That is for sure because it is a very distinct, very standard thing. They can obviously tell the just remove all these things. Used in IT fracture, used in neck femur fixation fracture also. IT and neck femur both. Used in various osteotomies that are carried out at the proximal femur. Various osteotomies, deformity correcting osteotomies carried at the proximal femur.
Owens.
Okay. And what is the disadvantage of a dynamic hip screw? It is dynamic, so it can definitely cause a disadvantage. Some sequelae, what it can cause. As it is dynamic, it can collapse. So sometimes if the reduction of the fracture is not proper, it will collapse quite a lot. If it collapses quite a lot, then what will happen to the limb?
Shorten.
It will shorten. So it will cause a limb length discrepancy, LLD at the of the limb that is operated, and it can cause a varus malunion of the IT. So remember varus malunion and shortening at the shortening of the operating limb. Shortening is something which obviously the fracture unites, still the patient might be worried or might be nagging your head for it. It's not something which is sort of acceptable by most people. What is this?
Shaft of the femur.
Fixation of choice. I would like to do
Intramedullary nailing.
open
reduction. Open reduction, internal fixation.
Close reduction with internal fixation of the fracture with a
Intramedullary nail.
Intramedullary interlocking thing. What is the advantage of this interlocking? I have told you. What are the advantages of having the implant intramedullary? You are putting the nail. So what is the advantage of a nail over plate?
Intramedullary nail will cause callus formation and
So one advantage is that you are shifting the load that the implant is bearing from lateral to the more central position. So it is sitting in the center of the axis where the load is maximal. So chances of failure are less. अभी यहाँ पे plate लगाया and you put screws inside और यहाँ पे fracture है तो एक cantilever action और shear load plate पे आता रहेगा. यहाँ पे plate रहेगा तो ऐसे bend होता रहेगा. By getting it will go on bending. So once you put the implant inside the medullary canal itself, so it is as good as you are transmitting the weight as anatomically as possible. So that is one advantage of an intramedullary nail, that it shifts the load bearing on the load sharing axis more towards the central part of the bone. Second is as it shifts the axis centrally, it compresses the fracture. As Muthu said, it compresses the fracture. So it causes more healing, more osteoplastic activity, more stable, and less invasive. Plating, you have to take a very long incision. Nailing, you can just take a small incision here, put the nail from here, lock it here, and lock it here with very small incision. Plating, you will have to almost take a इतना span का incision, पूरा thigh उसका जाएगा, whole thigh will be spanned. That causes more fibrosis, less chance of union, more chance of infection, rehabilitation is poor, patient mobilization is less. For all that you can just extrapolate all these for your sake. Nothing more.